At the beginning of the story, we see a man named Danny Dog, who has a collar around his neck like a dog. Danny is a human, but he is kept and treated exactly like a dog. Since childhood, Danny has been trained to kill people. The moment the collar is removed from his neck, he becomes extremely violent and starts killing people like a machine. Danny keeps attacking everyone until his owner orders him to stop. As soon as the collar comes off, he completely loses control and turns into a savage beast. Except for his owner, whoever comes in front of him is beaten mercilessly. But the moment his owner puts the collar back on his neck, Danny becomes completely calm. As long as the collar is on, he does not hurt anyone. During fights, Danny also gets seriously injured. But his owner has trained him in such a way that he feels no pain at all. Danny's owner, his name is Victor, gives loans to people. When the time to return the money is over and people fail to pay him back, Victor removes Danny's collar. Danny then brutally beats those people. After that, Victor comes forward, takes his money, and warns them that if they fail to return the money on time again, he will not stop Danny next time. Victor then takes Danny to other people who owe him money. When they refuse to pay, Victor again removes Danny's collar, and Danny goes completely mad and beats them badly, forcing them to return the money. Despite making Victor's dangerous work easy, Victor never respects Danny. He treats him like a dog and constantly scolds him. Danny is not given a room to sleep in. Instead, he is locked inside a cage like an animal. One day, after a fight, when Danny returns, one of Victor's men notices that Danny's head is bleeding badly. He tells Victor that Danny is injured. But instead of treating his wounds, Victor says, just give him bandages. He'll wrap them himself. But Danny's mind is like that of a child. He doesn't even know how to use bandages because he has never seen the outside world. His entire life, from childhood till now, has been spent inside this cage. He lives completely alone, with no one to talk to. One night, Danny finds a book inside his cage with a BCD written in it. He slowly flips through the pages, looking at the drawings. On one page, he sees a drawing of a piano. Seeing it, he gently touches the picture, as if he has some old connection with it. Meanwhile, Victor brings a girl home and is about to get intimate with her. Suddenly, the girl notices Danny inside the cage. Terrified, she screams and runs away. Victor's night and money are both ruined, and in anger, he starts abusing Danny, but Danny feels nothing. He doesn't understand good or bad anymore. The next day, Victor takes Danny to work again. At this time, they go to collect money from a boxing club owner. The owner brings a huge fighter in front of Victor, thinking this will scare him away. But when Danny throws the club owner's men around like toys, even the fighter steps back and refuses to fight Danny. He tells the owner to just give Victor his money, or Danny will kill everyone. Later, Victor takes Danny to a very powerful man who is a diamond and gold smuggler. Victor politely asks for his money. The smuggler is clever and knows that if Danny's collar is removed, no one will survive. So before Victor can remove the collar, the man grabs Victor and beats him brutally in front of Danny. Danny watches everything, but does nothing because the collar is still on his neck. The smuggler orders his men to kill Victor first and deal with Danny later, then leaves to finalize another business deal. Victor somehow escapes, runs to Danny, removes his, then takes Danny to the place where the smuggler is doing his deal. Danny grabs the man and throws him around. Finally, the smuggler begs Victor to take whatever he wants and spare his life. Knowing he deals in diamonds and gold, Victor takes everything from his bag. At this point, we see a man named Tom, who organizes illegal fights. He is highly impressed by Danny's fighting skills, even after getting gold and diamonds. Victor is furious at Danny because earlier Danny stood still while Victor was being beaten. Victor's men kick Danny and throw him into the car. Their base, Victor shouts that Danny watched him get beaten and did nothing. Calls Danny an animal who will never change. Danny listens silently. As punishment, Victor stops giving Danny food and water for several days. Danny remains locked inside the cage, starving. After some days, Victor takes Danny out again to collect money. Afraid Danny might make another mistake, Victor explains a plan. He tells Danny that he will go inside first. If the people refuse to pay, Victor will press a remote button that will turn on a red light. The moment the red light turns on, Danny must come inside and attack. Victor repeats this again and again, so Danny remembers it clearly. Victor goes inside and Danny stands outside, staring at the red light. A lot of time passes, but the light does not turn on. Meanwhile, Danny notices a broken piano nearby. He remembers the piano drawing from the book and walks toward it, touching it gently. Just then, a man named Sam arrives. Sam is blind and works as a piano teacher and piano repairer. He is there to fix the piano. Sam calls Danny closer and asks his name, but Danny does not reply. Sam tells him he is a piano teacher and needs Danny's help. Sam says he will stand on one side of the piano. When he asks, Danny should press the keys. Danny starts playing, and Sam tunes the piano from behind. While playing the piano, Danny starts feeling happy for the first time in his life. Danny's attention shifts away from the red light. At that moment, Sam says to him, "Can hear a ticking sound in my ears. Can you hear it too?" Hearing this, Danny immediately turns his eyes toward the light and sees that the red light is blinking on and off. The moment he realizes this, Danny runs straight toward Victor.
Ow.
But it is already too late. The goons have beaten Victor badly and left him in terrible condition. Victor becomes extremely angry at Danny because he had been turning the red light on for the past half hour. To punish Danny, Victor takes him back to their base and locks him inside the cage, thinking about what kind of punishment he should give him. Just then, one of Victor's men comes and tells him that someone wants to meet him. Victor refuses, saying he is not in a condition to meet anyone. But the man adds that the visitor is very rich and the job could earn them a huge amount of money. Hearing this, Victor immediately agrees and allows the man to come inside. When the man enters, we find out that it is Tom, the same person who had seen Danny's fight a few days earlier. Tom tells Victor that he saw his fighter fighting and was impressed by his skills. He offers Victor a deal. Tom says that he organizes one fight every month, and if Victor's fighter wins, Victor will earn more money than he could ever imagine. However, the prize money is so high because the fight is extremely brutal to win. The fighter must kill the opponent. Victor, who is already furious with Danny and wants to give him a harsh punishment, accepts Tom's offer. The next day, Victor takes Danny to the place where the fight is going to happen. Tom introduces his fighter and says that no one has defeated him in the last 15 matches. The fighter looks huge, muscular, and terrifying. As the match begins, Victor removes Danny's collar and says, "Show him your power." A moment. Danny hears this. He rushes forward at full speed and lands 2 or 3 powerful punches on the fighter's neck, killing him instantly. Everyone present is left stunned, and Tom, the organizer, cannot even understand how the fight ended before it truly began. As promised, Victor receives his money. He is overjoyed because this amount equals his entire year's income. He says that from now on, he will make Danny fight regularly and earn a fortune in his happiness. Victor asks Danny, "Tell me, Danny, what do you want?" Danny stays silent for a moment and then says, "I want a piano." Victor laughs and mocks him, saying, "What will you do with a piano? Come on, I'll take you to a good restaurant and introduce you to a girl. You've never been with a girl before." But Danny insists, "No, I only want a piano." While they are talking, a truck suddenly crashes into their car, flipping it. Overarmed men jump out and open fire on them. These men belong to the gold smuggler whom Danny had beaten earlier. Everyone is killed in the attack except Danny. He manages to escape and runs straight to the place where he first met Sam. Sam is sitting there repairing a piano. Hearing the footsteps, he realizes it is Danny. Danny is badly injured and due to heavy blood loss. He collapses and loses consciousness. When Danny wakes up, he finds himself lying on a bed inside a room. He panics because he is not used to sleeping on a bed. Victor always kept him locked in a cage on the ground. Out of fear, Danny hides under the bed. After some time, Sam comes in and immediately understands that Danny is scared. Without saying anything, Sam places food under the bed and quietly leaves. Days pass. Danny does not come out of his room. One day, Danny steps out and sees Sam playing the piano. But as soon as Sam's stepdaughter Victoria enters the room, Danny gets frightened and runs back into his room. Victoria asks Sam what Danny likes. Sam tells her that Danny likes music. Hearing this, Victoria quickly picks up a small piano and takes it to Danny's room. Danny is hiding under the bed. She leaves the piano there and walks out. Later, while Sam and Victoria are having dinner, Danny slowly comes out carrying the piano. Sam invites him to sit with them and gives him food. But Danny eats in a very strange way, like a dog rather than a human. Seeing this, Victoria realizes that Danny does not know how to eat properly. She teaches him how to use a spoon. Still, Danny behaves like a child and drinks the entire soup in one go. Sam and Victoria start laughing. Danny doesn't understand why they are laughing, so he starts laughing loudly along with them. After dinner, and Danny goes back to his room, Sam comes to him and tries to remove the collar from his neck, but the moment Sam reaches for it, Danny stops his hand. Danny is afraid that if the collar comes off, he might lose control and hurt Sam. Sam doesn't force him and says, "Whenever you feel ready, you can remove it yourself." The next day, Sam takes Danny to the market to teach him how to live among people. He teaches him how to shop. After returning home, Sam teaches Danny how to cook food. In the evening, Sam tells Danny that Victoria's college should be over by now and asks him to bring her home. Danny goes to pick her up. On the way, Victoria treats Danny to ice cream, takes him to the cinema, and also teaches him how to play the piano. Sam feels happy seeing Danny slowly become normal and socialize with people. One night, Danny notices photos of Victoria and her parents in a cupboard. He realizes that Victoria is Sam's stepdaughter. When he asks Sam about it, Sam tells him that Victoria's father died in a car accident and was his close friend. After his death, Sam married Victoria's mother. A year later, they also met with an accident in which Victoria's mother died and Sam lost his eyesight. Danny feels deeply sorry for both of them. As days pass, Danny starts considering them as family and becomes more normal. However, the collar around his neck has still not been removed. One day, Victoria tries to remove the collar while talking to Danny. The moment she touches it, Danny gets terrifying memories. He's scared that he might hurt Victoria. Victoria tells him that he has already forgotten his past and that removing the collar is the last step to freedom. Danny stays silent, and Victoria removes the collar. Nothing happens. Danny has learned self-control and is finally free from Victor's slavery. The next day, Sam takes Danny to the market again. While shopping, some goons enter the market and start destroying everything. People run in fear, but Danny stays. When the goons try to attack him, Danny defeats them one by one. Everyone is shocked by his fighting skills. Back home, Sam asks Danny how he did all that. Danny finally tells him his entire story, how a man named Victor treated him like a dog and tortured him. That night, Sam takes Danny to work with him while repairing a piano. Sam tells Danny that once Victoria completes her studies, they will move back to New York. Danny becomes sad, thinking they will leave him alone. But Sam tells him that he wants Danny to come with them because he is now part of their family. Danny hugs Sam and happily agrees. After finishing work, Svan gives Danny half of the payment and asks him to buy something for himself. Danny goes to a shopping mall and buys things for himself. As Danny leaves the mall, one of Victor's men appears in front of him. The man recognizes Danny and tells him that they have been looking for him everywhere. He warns Danny that if he doesn't return, Victor will send goons to kill him. Unwillingly, Danny returns to Victor. Victor is happy to see Danny because he is a source of money for him. Victor had survived the earlier shooting but was badly injured and spent months in the hospital. Danny asks Victor if he knows his mother. Victor replies no and says he found Danny half dead on the roadside and raised him. He claims that Danny is alive only because of him, for his own benefit. Victor starts speaking kindly to Danny. The next day, Victor puts the collar back on Danny and takes him to fight again. They meet Tom, who announces that today's fight will be even more dangerous because weapons will be used. Tom shows them a fighter who has just killed another fighter. Victor doesn't care who the opponent is, because he believes Danny will easily kill him. Victor removes the collar and orders Danny to kill him. But Danny refuses, saying he doesn't want to hurt anyone. Furious, Victor pushes Danny into the ring. The deadly fighter attacks Danny viciously. Danny only tries to defend himself. Attacks don't stop. Danny almost punches back but controls himself. Tom angrily questions Victor and Victor throws an axe into the ring, ordering Danny to kill. Danny refuses to pick it up. The other fighter grabs the axe and attacks, but Danny keeps defending himself. Tom gets angrier and sends more fighters into the ring. They attack Danny together, throwing him to the ground repeatedly. Finally, Danny loses control and returns to his old savage state. Danny defeats them one by one. Tom throws even more weapons into the ring, but it makes no difference. Danny breaks one fighter's bones with a hammer and brutally injures the other with punches. The third fighter, terrified, gives up.